patrol, you're an alien. Hit the border toss. No need to flex, no need to floss. No need for Tabasco since I spit hot sauce. Too late to rock, nah, it's all your loss. I'm catching everything you throw at me like Randy Moss. It must be a Sunday since I'm aiming for your dome. I'm like Ben Thorogood, I'm bad to the bone. You're trying to keep pace just like Pete George. We dropping crazy tracks, make you say good lord. Coach mentioned something about some giants call up Barry. I'm something like an animated box like Acme. Never hating on the enemies, I'm wishing well. My girl stay fine, so I call her Goodell. Oh yeah,
man.
LC.
I'ma follow y'all, bruh. This that rare moment when I step up in a booth and not hum a few bars. With this rap game, I'm new. This rhyming thing, I'm true. Straight laughing until I'm blue. How you gon' let a singer spit hotter bars than you? You looking like a fool, but yet it's still my time. I always put in work, I can't be outshined. My future's on my mind, I'm blinded by the glimmer. Just call me the Iceman, my rhymes will make you shiver. You see my homie Zig, he had to cut me loose. He put me on the song cause he knew what I can do. He put you through the slaughter, give it up man, you through. We get a kick out of this. What's the name of our crew? It's LATC Records. We clean but disrespectful. Just look how we done left you. Your girl won't even text you. Just give me 1 minute. Oops, sorry, she left you. She came to the winning side. The skills can't be denied. I'm done, man. It's LC. #1 in R&B.
Continuing on. Don't this shit seem like it belongs on a vinyl though? We flipped it and brought that shit back. This shit's an instant classic. Yeah, we hit a lot of bumps as we passed over jumps. Chose stripes over pumps. And now we banging like Shawn, come on. But to God go the credit, I'll never forget it, never regret it. Seem like we living a plain life, but we about to jet set it. I can do all things through the sun, from the sea to the man, to what I become. We about to take flight, just like the Pels do. Even if you wing it, don't let your feet fail you. Don't let them undersell you, continue on your thing. Every struggle, every strife, remember you're a king. Chance make the winner, not the ring. Hold your head, homie, lyricist sing.
With my head to the sky, song in my heart, yeah. I can see.
Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Men lie, and women lie, but numbers don't. We can debate if you want, but I know you really won't. I'ma reach and guess my percentage on the desk. I'm sure like Holmes, detective skills, it be at the max. S Rider, his topics, he bringing me the best. ZiggyTheBeast, he be streaming, that man is built for next. Take talk, she wear the dress, but don't try to press. I'm S dotted, I'm campus smacking, we at your neck. Hash it out, 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 and we gon' hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, hash it out, hash it out. Let's get your cups and sit back and let's talk and hash it out. Get out your feelings and stop the killing and run your mouth. We talking east to the west, I'm not bringing back the south. Bases is loaded, 2 strikes and 1 more, I get you out. Let's talk about like adults and sit back and hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, let's go hash it out. Hash it out, hash it out, we gon' hash it out. Hash it out.
Yo, how y'all doing?
I was about to say, man, damn. You leaving me out to dry, bro? Damn. What's going on?
What you mean?
I'm waiting for it to go right after the song. Whoa. We right into
well,
it.
No, it went in.
Yeah, we go with the excuses, bro.
You weren't even looking at the screen.
Yeah, because I was expecting you to cue me in on time. I was trying to make sure everything was good, man. I forgot, man. We live, man. What's up, people, man? It's your boy S Rider. We got ZiggyTheBeast. We're here for another episode of the Let's Hash It Out podcast. Of course, it's Hash It Out Wednesday. We got a dope ass conversation topic for y'all tonight. And of course, Zig. Oh, before I do start off, I know she's not watching. I know she's probably celebrating, but happy birthday to my big sis, Claudia TC. Everybody knows her as my big sis. So happy birthday to her. And
she turning up somewhere, doing the thing.
Yeah, she's turning up somewhere. But how was everybody's Memorial Weekend? How was your Memorial Weekend, bro? And by the way, thank you for your services as well, man.
Oh, nah, it's not about me for Memorial Day. It's about the people that. It's about the people that unfortunately, paid the ultimate price. In between those lines and different things like that. I'll take the kudos when Veterans Day come around, but Memorial Day is for those that came before us and they went on missions and didn't come back. Different things like that, and those families, definitely shout out to them. And on behalf of the Let's Hash It Out crew panel, we definitely got y'all back, and happy Memorial Day to all the veterans that paid that ultimate sacrifice. But yeah, Memorial Day is kind of a weird holiday for me because by serving in the military, I've had guys that I know that have unfortunately they aren't here with us anymore. So it's not really like a celebratory holiday. People like to celebrate barbecue, and it's like I'm celebrating that somebody got killed. Like, it's kind of weird for me. I don't know. It's like, so Memorial Day, I just kind of like chill a little bit.
I feel you. I mean, it's a day to remember those who.
But you kind of remembering them. I get it.
Right. Especially people in your family that might have served in the war, who sacrificed their lives to make sure that we're able to live the lives that we do now in this current country. I don't know how it's going to look in 5 years. Here nor there, we'll speculate that on another show. But anyway,
look, and there we have it, and that's why she's not on the show. There we
Don go. Julio won for Memorial Day.
And there you have it.
Of course, another a ghost episode from Ghost. But
the truth always comes to light.
Exactly.
All she had to do is say, "Bro, I'm hungover from Monday." Like, whew.
And it's Wednesday. Jesus, how much time we need to recover?
Sometimes that recovery be having to take a few days.
I guess. I mean, it sounds like you're a lightweight. You drinking and you recover the next day like ain't nothing happened, But here nor there, we still gonna hold it down for Ghost and Tay, of course. But of course, it's Let's Hash It Out Wednesday. It's Let's Hash It Out Wednesdays. Of course, me and Zig are here to have another dope conversation with the community, try to get y'all thoughts, give y'all our opinions on what we're going to discuss tonight. But before we dive into it, of course, you see it at the bottom, the ticker. Definitely follow us at Let's Hash It Out Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. Then, of course, follow, hit that like, subscribe button, notification button on the YouTube channel. Definitely keep supporting and supporting us. And, of course, we're going to keep trying our best, which I think we're doing good so far, Zay. Three shows in a row.
3 shows in a row. I mean, the main thing is just getting that rhythm back going and letting people know, like, all right, it's been about 3 episodes. One more, that's a month. One more week, that's a month. You know what I'm saying? So
because the month's almost over.
We just gotta build it back up and get back into a rhythm, and then we'll get everybody back in. But for the most part, we just had to kind of go back to the basics and
And of course, people, this is definitely S Rider. This is not a fill-in or his twin or anything. Of course, I know y'all don't see the beard. It feels different, but when you work the plant life or the chemical life, when you gotta shave every time, you gotta go do your annual tests. They make sure you don't have all these, of course, I understand, but you gotta get tested for your lungs and making sure you're not inhaling all these different chemicals that
makes sense. When you really think about it, you don't want to have these big beards, and then if you got chemicals in the air.
Well, I mean, Zig, that's what soap for, and different things. You can hydrate your beard, clean it out. I don't see why you gotta shave it off. Here nor there, man. But I'm ready to dive into the topic right off the back, Zig,
All right,
because I
what you got,
definitely
bro?
think that this topic, it can have layers depending on how you want to present it. So my brother Zig sent me a reel. I think it was over the weekend, and it was a young lady expressing her thoughts about why women are insecure about the men that they're dating, because they are a representation of them.
Oh, that one. Okay,
That
I
one.
can. Okay,
Yes.
I'll
So,
I'll get it so that way
right,
Ghost and everybody can see what we talking about.
right.
All right, I got you.
So you can pull that up for them, but I watched the video, I seen and listened and understood where she was coming from with certain points, yada yada yada. So it kind of got me in my thinking bag, and of course we get our topics or we observe a lot of stuff, whether it's on social media, national news, whatever. So when Zig sent that video, it kind of made me really think about something. And the more reels I've been seeing lately, all you see is I broke up with this one because they wasn't supporting my dreams. They wasn't supporting my goals. They wasn't here for me. Me, me, me. That's all you hear. Me, 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 me. That's all you hear, Zig. So it got me wondering. In today's society, right? People, I'm going with it, people. In today's society, are people just jumping in relationships for their own personal individual goals,
Mm-hmm.
or are they really jumping into a relationship to have a solid team to build a foundation of spiritual wealth, financial wealth, emotional, like everything that you look for into a partner? The way I'm starting to look at stuff, Zig, I
Mm-hmm.
really think people are not jumping into relationships and actually trying to work as a team. I think it's either people, you go through the dating phase, you get to know this person. Okay, I got this going on. I'm trying to obtain this. I'm trying to obtain that.
Mm-hmm.
And when things, of course, we call it the honeymoon phase where things is going
When
smooth for a
things are
couple of
fresh.
months.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the relationship gets serious. And then here comes the first conflict, disagreement, argument, whatever the case may be. I'm seeing that a lot on social media, Zig, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm starting to really ask myself, and I want to know from you, and I'll give you my perspective, because I can't speak on everybody, but from what I'm looking at, it seems like people are diving into relationships for their own personal individual gain instead of just trying to make the relationship work as a true partnership. Relationship with a person is based upon building and continuously building that trust, respect,
Mm-hmm.
loyalty, whatever the case may be within your relationship. The plan is when you date somebody and you're serious about them and you want to progress into a relationship, and then of
Mm-hmm.
course you propose to that woman, and then of course the ultimate goal is that you finally unite as one,
Mm-hmm.
not two people. You're united as one. Ain't the goal of relationship and marriages is supposed to be wherever you lack at, I got your slack. Wherever you don't cover, I got you. Why is it that we see, and once again, I understand social media could be either a front, but these are real life things that I'm seeing on why people,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't support this. You didn't do this for me. This is my money. Your money is out. I hate that terminology. I really do, bro. Your money is my money. My money is my money. Like,
Well,
come on now. And I understand what people might say. Well, that's the type of person you dealt with. But let's just put a spin on it. What if that person never displayed that type of action or type of behavior until y'all was locked into marriage, and definitely, okay, I'm locked in. I got all the security. I done signed the paperwork. It's already bad enough that people are already doubting if marriage is even worth it nowadays because they look at it as a business contract. So Zig, my question to you, bro,
Mm-hmm.
what is your perspective on this topic that I'm throwing at you? Do you truly believe that in today's society, do you really think that people are just getting with people because of the advantage that they feel like they can get for their own personal gain? Because I really just think that people, they it seemed like, okay, I got what I wanted and I'm out. I don't need you no more. Whether
Mm-hmm.
that person really supported them, sacrificed and everything. But it's always, you didn't do this for me, me. It's all about you.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the teamwork? Where did that go at? I thought when you get into a relationship and marriage,
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to be like this, not like this. You that way, you facing that way. We're supposed to be locked in.
Mm-hmm.
What's your perspective on this, bro? I'm
Well, I
serious.
think I mean, we always go back to social media, and I do have the video pulled up whenever you want me to play it.
Okay.
But the age of reality TV, the age of social media, they always say that your social media page is the highlights.
Uh-huh.
You see these family channels on YouTube, you see these family Instagram pages.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the late night arguments on Instagram. Sometimes you do. You
Mm-hmm.
don't see the financial disagreements or the different issues that might pop up, or this person forgave this person because they did something that the other person didn't agree with. All you see is happy photos, family photos. This so when people see that all the time, they think, okay, I need to do that. And it's kind of warped, I think, everyone's mind of what a relationship should be. Um, I think everything that is being pushed in front of people in the generation that's the millennial, our generation after us,
Mm-hmm.
is, you know, think about it. Kardashians, you know, what they see, materialistic things. Well, they successful. This is how they did it. So this is
Mm-hmm.
what I'm gonna do. I think, and
So,
I think that's what it is. No one, no, what popular TV show, what popular social media channel is promoting a holistic family? What what 100 million view channel is mom, dad, kids, no no issues going on, but a healthy family environment that's being promoted. Everything that's being promoted is
none that I know
fighting,
of.
drama, issues,
I
money, and so that's what is being perpetuated. So that's what people are going for.
well,
Um, but
I
yeah,
don't know, Zig. It just, to me, bro.
no one promotes marriage and all this stuff. It's just
Right. What
you know,
they do promote it, but it's always, once again, you kind of got to take the good with the bad, and it's all about really you as the person. Like what do you as the person think? Ghost says, even when united as one, you're still technically individuals. However, people can't stand alone. So what
facts.
I'm getting at is, it just seems like everything. All right, I get the individual thing, but it just seems like, right, they're seeking validation, in my opinion, instead of a partnership. I feel like this: if you get married, the objective is to build as a team. We live under one roof. You try to establish multiple businesses. You try to establish a legacy, properties. Would I be right, Zig? That's pretty
Hmm.
much the end goal nowadays. And of course, that's the model. Of course, the old model back in the day was, the white picket fence, the dog, two children, three children.
Yeah, like the
like the Brady Bunch, well, even though they had
But
combined
that
families, but
but
yeah,
what happened from that to
social media.
mm-hmm.
And of course, I don't blame social media. Once again, social media could be a positive thing. It can also be a negative thing. That's just what comes with the terms of social media. But what I'm saying is, it seems like people jump into relationships, right? And they put up a facade, like they put up this mask, like, okay, I'm gonna put this mask on and I'm gonna try to get through what I need to get through or obtain what I need to obtain for the time being,
Mm-hmm.
right? You got people that's probably actually sacrificing, putting themselves in debt to make sure that you accomplish your goals and dreams. That
Good, yeah.
you, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in return, let's just say that you may be saying, Evan Barnes said, I'll be marrying for a business arrangement and not for love. Well, let's play devil's advocate, Zig.
Yeah.
Do Evan have a point? Let's think about it.
But
Do
that's
we have
kind of
a
what you were
point?
talking about, what people are doing.
Right. But do
People are
we have a
marrying for
point though? What do
status.
they say about marriage though? Marriage is a business contract. However you may want to look at it. Some people look at it as it's a piece of paper. I'm gonna sign it. It's a marriage license.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people jump into relationships and marriage, and they can possibly turn it into, okay, this person, and all right, if I stick out a little longer, I can get this and that. But if the other person turn around and say, I need this, oh no, I can't do that for you. It's this. So what I'm doing that for? You know what? So it's a crazy world. I feel like a lot of relationships would be different if people didn't use social media as much. But Ghost, at this point, I don't think anybody will put down their phones. I think if you ask the younger generation, like Zig say, after us to put their phones down for a week, I think you'll see a suicide rate go up. And I know that might sound dramatic, but it seems like they
They need a
can't go at
detox.
least, huh?
I said they need the detox.
Can't get away from social media for at least probably about an hour. No way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll put their phones down if you pay them. But at the end of the day, I just feel like people got to understand, like, if you're going to be into something, bro, it's a team. It's a team effort, bro. I just don't see where this individual, like, accolades, like, yeah, in the relationship, you're a person, you're supposed to bring this in, you're supposed to bring that in.
Mm-hmm.
Go sit. Before I get to that, bring Jono's comment up. I wanted to read his comment out.
Marinate on. Jono says, let me get to it. There you go, Shawn.
Like my dad always says, a strong relationship is like a slow cooked gumbo. Takes time, a few arguments, over seasoning, but it feeds the soul. Okay, wisdom from the OG. Okay,
Yep. Uncle Wine.
and I'm not sitting up here saying everything gonna be perfect. Ain't nobody's relationships is perfect. Look at him, just did. But ain't nobody's relationship is perfect. You're gonna have arguments, you're gonna have disagreements, but as the individual, you know what I'm saying, you have to learn to adapt and evolve and try to find a way to, compromise with your significant other or whatever like that, Zig. I mean, Zig, I'm pretty sure in the past, you know, whatever, with your wife, y'all done had a little, I wouldn't even say arguments, probably a little disagreement here or there about money being spent here, there, or maybe the next big purchase that y'all want to do, household, or we need a new air conditioning unit, or, we need a new
I had to do
car.
that last year. Y'all, you remember? I was on the podcast when the AC went out.
Yeah.
I
So
said, bro, it's
I'm
hot now. I
saying,
don't know
like,
how
it's
long I'm gonna last.
right. But it's you got people that goes into a relationship and marriage and they be like, oh, we a team. We got this. But then you got people that in it and it's just like, yeah, you take care of what you gotta take off, and I'm gonna take care of what I gotta take off. To
Some
me,
people
that feels
I guess that's some
kind of
people
like
that work out
selfish.
like that, but I feel like I don't know. That's when you
That's
go back
selfish
to
though. especially if you're involving kids, Zig. Don't you
Yeah,
agree?
that's when you go
Like,
back to joint
you take
accounts
care of
and all
all of
that.
that,
You
and
know, we
I'm
had
just
that
one.
conversation last season. Joint account,
Yeah,
like
we seen how
joint
that wound.
accounts, and I got my account, you got your account, then you pay this bill. That so what you gonna do if somebody this person got 10,000 saved in their account, this person got $200 in the account, but he paying all the bills, but you sitting on 10. I don't know. It just
I mean, back to that argument, nobody's gonna sit up here, even the viewers. Nobody's gonna sit up here and say that, like Zig, you say that y'all know about all the accounts. That's a personal choice to let somebody know that, even your significant other. But let's be for real, Zig. I guarantee you, the viewers, they probably got a secret stash somewhere, and it's not to keep away from their
that's crazy.
significant other. Maybe
Yeah,
it's just something. It might sound crazy, but it's the truth. It's the truth, bro. Like, the woman might have some shit stashed away for a rainy day. Who's to
I
say?
know
All right.
Ghost we
So
talked
how
about.
would you
I'm
feel
just
about
saying it
this?
just, but yeah.
Hold up, Zig. Pick this one out. Let's just say, for instance, right? You come home with a paycheck of, I don't know, I ain't counting your pockets. I'm gonna just throw a number out. $10,000. You got paid $10,000 every 2 weeks.
Well, I wish.
Whatever.
I know,
I'm
but
just
yeah.
throwing a number out there. So let's just say you come home, you give your wife the paycheck. That's what we used they used to, our people used to do. Everybody's different, but of course, husband works, get a paycheck to the wife, she pays all the bills, gives you the leftovers. Like, look, hold that, that should be able to hold you or whatever. What if you give your wife the money, right? All right, here you go, pay the bills. But she actually stashing that away. Like, she ain't telling you nothing. She just stashing that away for a rainy day. But you find out about it and you be like, well, why you got so much money and where you got it from? And she said, well, it's from the money that you always gave me. How would you feel then if she was just saving that for y'all? It wasn't a personal gain for her, but she took the money that you used to give her and put it on the side for y'all for a near future. She just never told you about it. But you just wound up and found the, envelope or about an account that you never knew about. How would you feel then?
What'd you say before we bring? How would you feel if they was taking money that I was putting into an
How would you
account,
feel if,
and then they
so
was
your wife paid all the bills,
off of my
right?
check,
Your wife paid all the bills with your money
and then
off of your
taking a
check.
little bit off the top, and then putting it in another account.
Right. But she put it on the side. So let's say she did that, and you said, damn, what the hell is this account? And it got like probably $50,000 in it over of course, the amount of years, or
So
even
she
that
not
1
doing
year
nothing with
for
it. She just
$10,000.
saving it.
She's not doing nothing with it, but you found out about it, and she said, oh, the money that you was giving me, I was putting that to the side for us. Now, it could be a lie, because you could be like, well, why you just didn't tell me that? But what if she just said, I just wanted this to be tucked away for us, just for emergencies? How would you feel then?
I wouldn't be.
Even
I
then,
wouldn't
she didn't
be.
tell you that.
I would like to know about that, but I wouldn't be mad about the thought process of doing that. Cool. I personally would have been like, you could have put this into a stock or something. But anyway,
But
but you could have told me
it
we could
sounds a
have
little
done, instead of having 50, we could have 70. But this
right.
what happens when you
So
don't communicate. You assume.
right? So what if you lost your job? What if you lost your job and you know that your wife doesn't really make that enough to cover the bills monthly
And I'm like,
as
hey, I
you
need that.
did?
Let's go ahead and break that safe on that. But I don't know about
Hold
it.
up now. But let's just say, right, but you don't know
Okay,
nothing
so
about it, and you be like, hold up, how the hell bills get? Then what?
yeah, now is that's weird. And that's what I'm talking about with the and that's what I'm talking about with
So you
the
think that's weird that she has? So that's weird that she's still able to cover the bills and she never touched it, not even for
but why
vacation,
not?
not
I
even
guess
for.
the part that makes it weird is I guess everyone can have these separate accounts, but they don't tell each other about them or what's in them. That's kind of weird. If we married,
I mean, give or take. like I said, I think that people have
Wouldn't you
secret
want to know you
stash
living with
accounts.
a millionaire? Like,
I would, but what if? All right, so what if this? I give you one more scenario, and then I want to get back into the comments. What if you notice that you don't say nothing, but you just witness that your other significant other has a real bad spending
mhm.
habit, and even though you discussed it, you kind of still
Now
see the
that's a
spending habit
justified
happen.
reason to be like, what that scenario
Now,
is
what if you thought?
justified.
What if you tucked away? Now, what if you said,
They mean
okay,
well, I love them,
let me
but they
start
don't know
tucking
they
some money.
can't. The moment the money touch the account, is gone. So, nah,
Yeah,
I get that, but they would have to go to some
yeah.
sort of financial person to kind of work on that. But I would see why
They got
somebody would
financial
do
therapists for that.
that. 'Cause
Financial therapy.
no, yeah, they have
Man,
CPAs and stuff that can. I won't say therapy, but
crazy.
a financial
I was about to
advisor.
say
I'm sorry.
therapy for spending habits.
If I said
Jesus,
therapy, I
I'm about to
misspoke. I
say.
meant advisor.
Let me see what the
Yeah, let's go
comments
through the
talk about
comments,
because that's
man. Shout out to everybody in the comments, but I guess the main thing is communicating. I guess at the end of the day, communicate. Because if you sitting on
the same thing we say
60K
every
and
episode.
you ain't telling me, that's kind of crazy. I know we saying all outrageous numbers, but
Yeah.
it's the principle at the end of the day. But I don't know. That's just
So what's the comment?
crazy.
I don't think
Eb
it's.
said
I
money
mean,
is
like I
forever.
said,
Ghost said money
it
is not
is.
forever. Let's see.
I mean, money comes and go.
Ghost says I watch, and she mentioned this on the show. I watched my aunt drain 6 figures out her and my uncle joint account. No way. I've seen this in real time, so I see the use of having both. And the 6 figures is mainly his contribution. I would think about any emergency had and if they contribute or stepped in. Because if not, it's not making sense. Like if they didn't help with any emergency before you found said account, what rainy day were they saving for? Yeah,
Hurricane.
see. Yeah, now
Hurricane.
you playing in people's face. You know what I'm saying? Like they got dudes out here really busting their ass at work. Like they got dudes really out
You
here
know,
sweating,
and
grinding, and then
I
to
think
find out because a lot of guys they in that mindset of like, I don't want my lady to work. I want her to like I'll work, I got you to take care of the house, you
yeah,
know.
facts,
And for
facts,
somebody to
facts.
be doing all that, all I ask is for you to maintain the house and you got secret accounts. This just some next level disrespect.
All right. So what if? So you would be cool then if she. All right. If y'all both come to the part like the table, and let's just say, for instance, y'all have y'all primary joint account, and then y'all have y'all savings account. But what if y'all both come and say, "Oh man, look, I'm just letting you know." Now you actually letting them know. I got a secret stash of money that I'm putting on the side. Is it still
That's still
weird
weird.
then?
I guess it's weird because like
Even if they telling you they got
just
an
say for
account,
instance,
they telling you
just
they
say
saving
for
account.
instance, something happened to me on the way to work tomorrow. Knock on wood, it don't happen, but just saying something happened. I got a secret account that now you don't have access to. That
This ain't no secret account though. This is
secret accounts is
you
crazy.
telling them, no, you got your
You just got
primary joint
another checking
account.
account that you use for.
You actually say, look, I'm just putting this to the side. This is something I've been building up for years. Are you still cool with that? Now, let's just say, for instance, they don't tell you. You be like, well, what bank you with? I can't tell you all that.
That's weird. Why we keeping?
But what if you, like you said, what if they say, all right, further down the line, they'd be like, okay, look, the money accumulated that I've been saving over the years. Now I think it's time. What if they just saving it for their kids' tuition
Why can't?
or y'all
Yeah, my
children's
thing is.
tuition? What if they doing a trust? What if they doing a trust fund for something where they feel like they've been stacking that paper up way before they met you? And I understand when you get married, you're supposed to. That's what people say. You inherit whatever
whenever
you
you
bring in.
marry these ladies and they go to all these schools and stuff, I inherit your financial debt, your student loans. but I can't inherit
Get that.
your. But you can, you know what I'm saying. So it's like,
But if they give you access of it, and then you start touching
no,
that
but then
account,
that's
then what?
but that goes to communicating. That goes to.
And then that goes back
But see,
to
the thing is,
I should have never.
you never said they had to give access. It's just the fact of you
But see,
knowing.
that's why I'm
No,
throwing.
you don't have to give
I'm throwing a
access.
plot twist to you. That's why I'm throwing a
Mhm.
plot twist to you, because all of these scenarios are possible.
Not because
And I've
Dami, I'll be transparent. Dami has accounts that I don't have access to. The thing is, I know about it, and she manages her own. She got her own like checking account.
okay. So how do you feel about that then? What is your perspective on that? Is that still
No,
weird?
because I know about it, and I know how much is in it.
But you
I don't
have
have
no
access to it. That's her account. Like, you know.
But that's what I was saying before.
But the thing
exactly
is,
what I'm saying.
it was. I guess the keyword was like secret stash.
Well, that's what
I
they
know
normally call it. They
about
used
it.
to
It
call
just
it
that's
a
her.
rainy.
That's her,
So once again,
you know. But the primary
Right.
finances go into our joint account. That pays for, like, you know,
the
bills,
bills and stuff, right?
food, projects, you know, all that stuff. But like, yeah, she got her
All
own
right.
account that she uses
So
for like either like projects we want to save for the house. That's like, don't touch it. You know, that go in that account. But yeah.
right. But at least
But the thing is,
you
I
know
know
that she
about
got
it. It's
different
not like
accounts.
it's just my. Well, yeah.
You just don't have access to it.
And I don't want it. It's just like, all right, cool. That's your thing.
Now you know you could probably be a billionaire right
Nah, because
now.
I know what's in there.
And you,
I know what's in there though.
huh? You just don't
I
have
can't touch
access
it.
to
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's fine.
Hey, I mean, whatever. Once again, this is the beauty of the discussion, is because everybody thinks different. Everybody, once again, the main reason why I say that, Zig, because you got to also look at it from the perspective of this. So think about it. I understand sometimes you're not supposed to present the past into your present, and maybe somebody before they met you, they went through a traumatic, like a real tough hardship with that particular person, whether it was like physical abuse, emotional, whatever, right? So even though they transitioned from that past and left it where it was, a little bit in the back of their mind
No,
still
of
maybe
course.
like in the
You I mean, it's hard to.
they
It's easy to
like,
say
I
you
don't
can't
know.
let the past. You can't bring the past into the future, but at the same time,
Right.
people who don't learn from the past are always, what's the saying? They're damned to repeat it, or you know, you don't learn from your past. However,
Right.
where the sayings go.
So what if they were saving? What if they were saving because they had to do it before in the past, where when they did, like, they depended on that particular person for everything, and when shit hit the fan, they was damn near left with just
and
the
that's
shirt on their
that's
back.
valid.
So
That's
what
valid.
I'm saying is, if they jumped into a relationship and over the course of years, yes, they should tell you, oh, I gotta. But if you find out and they tell you that, then would that make it weird? Would it make it still kind of pissed off? Or would you come to an understanding, of course, after y'all communicated?
That's the key.
Now,
I mean, it's always just these hash out topics. It's like when you make a pyramid and they got that first layer. 9 times out of 10, communication, and then you build on top of that.
Right.
Like all
Right,
these scenarios are perfectly fine as long as it's communicated. When it becomes a problem, when it's like, oh yeah, man, these bills, it's tight this month.
So,
and then as soon as they go to bed, like, I got my. What you married for? If you're gonna do all that,
right. And
why
then,
your guard still up if you married?
You just saying that, right? Until you just saying that, Zig, like we always say, communication. We always say communication is key to everything, no matter what it is. Communicate. We can't stress that enough.
Why are people still in marriages with their guard up like that? Because I think
could it be they still got a guilty conscience about something? Do you think it's a guilty conscience about something? or something that they just feel like they just, even though they've been through every type of therapy that you can think of, it's still just something that just says, I got to keep my guard up.
That's what I'm
I would
saying.
say probably 50% Zig is because of, once again, that's you as a person. Are you a leader or are you a follower of trends? Do you, as a leader of your own individuality, like, do
Mm-hmm.
you as a person don't engage, like you see it, but you don't follow that pattern because you know your principles, your morals, you know your standards, your expectations, you know who you are. That, okay, this is what I follow, this is what I agree on, this is what I've been taught, this is what I've been basing things on since I have been growing up, even through the experiences that life throws our way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's when you got to ask yourself, like, does social media play a part into, let me say this, do people allow the things that they see from social media and television and even music, because the way things are wrapped, you know, the message that you get from music as well, or that's that, you know, and I hate to say it, the influence of your friends as well can
Birds
play
of
a
a feather
major
flock
part
together.
into the,
And then
there you
I mean,
go.
I'm pulling up old clip. I'm pulling up, I'm sorry, old quotes from some of our panels that we had on. And right here, look, from one of the Guidrys, Wayne Guidry, in 2023. Vulnerability thrives in the center of peace. So that goes back to what I was saying. Like, why are you in marriages with your guard up? You should be able to be vulnerable. That means there's no
I
peace.
think your partner, right, your partner
You
should
should be
be
able to say,
able
look,
to,
I got this account.
right,
Look, but I feel more comfortable having control over this account. What I'm
right.
gonna do is this is gonna be the agreement. Every 2 weeks, I'm gonna move. All right, cool. As long as you had that, once again, communication, vulnerable, coordinate, cooperate, no problem.
I also think too, having an open mind and being
Yeah.
understanding. I
See,
think
yep.
those two
Being
things are
open.
very overlooked.
You can't be
They're
like, no, this
overlooked
is
those
what it
things.
is, and that's it. And it's like, no, you got to
Right.
compromise. Other people have certain
You
beliefs
got to
and stances
compromise.
too.
You have to compromise, and you have to be willing to meet. Like, you got to meet on common ground.
Correct.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Like, you got to be, and that just, you know, even take the joint accounts out,
That just in general,
financial and
going
all
back to
that.
what you're saying
It's
about
like,
teamwork.
exactly. Like, you got to be able to read. Now, that's something that I think most people, which they have a right to, because people will be like, well, I shouldn't have to tell you that I'm this and that, or I'm
Nah,
feeling
see,
this
I
particular
hate when
way.
people say that.
But some
I shouldn't
people,
have to
right,
tell you.
I that type of shit, right, I shouldn't have to tell you. You should be observant. You should be, I'm like, but still, like, hold up. I got this, that, and the third that I'm working on. I
Take
gotta
initiative.
do this at work. Right. I'm taking initiative to not only cater to your priorities and deal with the children if they, you know, are in the mix of the
Mm-hmm.
marriage or whatever like that. But damn, like, I'm supposed to be a mind reader as well.
Yes.
Like, where does that say that at? You have to, once again, if you're feeling some type of way, don't just be trying to do all this. Oh, I just wanted to put you through a test.
Yeah,
Once
I'm too
again, we're
old for
not in
that.
high school. Right. It's bad enough we got to take tests at work to
get
get certifications and to get this and that. I'm done with all that. Speak what's on your mind and don't let it drag on. Speak it at that very moment of how you directly feel at that moment, regardless of the fact that you feel that it may be
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable or it's not the right timing. Because if you let it drag on, then you're gonna always say, then when is the right time? It's not the right time. Then how you know something else might not come up? You know what I'm saying? You have to teach every
I don't
person you're
care.
with.
I
I
don't
don't
care.
care. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But that if you're not telling me, and I'm not saying you got to tell me everything, but I can't
Yeah,
read
certain
through you.
things you pick up on, but you know, at the same time,
Right. I'm
yeah.
not Professor Xavier. I'm not Professor Xavier. Well, I just do this
The man.
and then whoop, I'm in your mind and then I know everything. Right. I can't do all that. if you want me, in order for me to learn you, you have to communicate, and you have to also be willing to open up and stop holding back so much information in order for me to learn. If I'm only limited to certain information, then how do you expect me to pick up on these things if we don't talk it out? And you be like, oh, never mind. Or it's just short word answers and stuff like that. You feel me? Like and I also think that we have to get to a point where we stop undervaluing and like underappreciating the small things that was done in the beginning, Zig. Prime example, right? It could be the simplest things as maybe a good morning text, the little lunch dates that you probably did throughout, like when you first started dating, just little minor shit. And I ain't talking about no vacations, buying bags. I'm talking about when you first started, like, because sometimes you can lose yourself because, yeah, you grow closer to each other, but then you kind of really dive into your careers and you start going, like, the objective is both of y'all are going straight up to the top, right? Wherever, if I'm going up, you coming up with me. So you kind of lose sight of that because you're letting your career kind of take control of most of your time. And it's not in a bad way. You know, sometimes you got to sacrifice time with your significant other in order to have that particular longer time in the future. Like you're working towards a goal where you don't have to work as much or you don't have to be involved in your career as much because you already defeated all of the obstacles that you had to overcome to get where you want in life. But at the same time, though, sometimes it just be the little things. And I think for men and women, because this is not just for men, this is for the women too. The things that women used to do in the beginning, they'll slack off and it'll be a whole big
What you mean? Like what?
That's what I'm saying. It varies.
I'm saying, like, just give an example. Like, what you mean? Like, in terms of for women, like, because
good morning text.
Okay, so you saying the same thing? Okay.
The conversation, right? Y'all might have had date nights. Y'all might have did little things in the park. Y'all might have took y'all little late night rides, listening to music, vibing out, sitting by the water. This shit might sound corny, but what I'm saying is I don't know how everybody's relationship, but I guarantee you there's something in everybody's relationship that they used to like, that used to bring them peace. That when y'all used to get into an argument, something used to bring y'all back together that brought y'all like back to being as one. That's what I'm saying. And I think sometimes we undervalue that or we underappreciate that. Just like I always say, us men, Zig, we simple. We simple. And I always say that, like, and there's no offense to the women. It's no knock on y'all, but I'm just saying, what you want. So this is what I mean, bro. And I know you've been through it. What you want to eat for dinner? What you want to eat for dinner? I'll be like, oh man, shit, I'm Buffalo Wild Wings. Well, but if we get the wings, and see, they got to start complicating the shit. X plus the Y, Z equals 0 with the 2 on the top. Bro, it's either you want wings or you don't. We simple. But
I'm like, it don't matter where we go. I'll find something. Like, just pick something. Well,
right. Well, you know, I
pick something. All right, well, I'm gonna do Applebee's. Oh, I don't want that. Well, you said you want me to pick. Right. I pick. No.
I want Applebee's, but they don't cook the steak like they do
at Chili's. Well, let's go to Chili's. Well, that's too far down the road. No.
Well,
so you said you want me to pick. Right. So I pick. And then you say no.
Right. Right. But I don't know, bro. It just, but at the end of the day, though, bro, it's just, you know, it be the small things that when you I'll say this, right? I'll say this, Zig. Have you ever had like any of y'all in the comments?
Man, and shout out to the comment section. Like Shawn said, we have 19 people watching us right now across all platforms. We slowly slowly getting back to
we
where we was
appreciate
at. And,
that.
shout out to everybody on Twitter.
Right.
Shout out to everybody on YouTube and Twitch right now that's
Um,
watching. Definitely appreciate
Facts.
all y'all. So we slowly getting back.
Have you ever complimented your wife on when she get her hair and nails
Yes.
done, Zig? Okay.
I'd be over the top.
That's
I'd
an
be like,
example.
do that, yes. She'd be like, all right, now you doing too much. Nah, come on now.
Right.
I'd be like, what you mean? I just
Right. But I'm just saying,
put that battery in your back.
just like right. So that's an example I'm giving when you kind of stop observing that type of shit, because even though they getting their hair done for themselves, of course, they truly getting them, because what she said in the video, the lady said in the video, your lady is a representation of you. So she's gonna always represent you, because everybody know that, that's such and such lady or whatever like that. Yes. Ziggy sound like he's speaking from personal experience.
I'll start a TED talk on and that's what people be talking about, like the arguments I be having with Diamond. It'd be like silly shit like that. What we want to eat? I mean, like, bro, it's 30 minutes done gone by, bro. We still ain't leave to go get nothing to eat yet. I could have cooked something by now. Well, I don't want to make dishes.
John said put some face. Right. It just why y'all gotta complicate the stuff? It's just simple. It's just that's what we
definitely
want.
Experience, John.
Damn.
Boy, put some bass in his voice
Ziggy
about the Applebee's and Chili's. Not necessarily those restaurants, but that scenario has happened though. Pick something that you want to eat. All right, let's do walk-ons. No, I don't want that. You just told me what do I want, and I told you.
But I don't want that. Pick something else.
All right, well, let's do Chinese food. No, I had that already.
I had
after
that
like the fourth suggestion, I'm like, all right, bro, like
I'll fix a ham sandwich.
That's how simple we are, bro. What we gonna do for dinner? I don't know. I was gonna make a sandwich and get a bag of chips out the little thing, and I'll be done. Like, them little kids snack bags of chips that come with like 24 bags of Doritos and Lay's. I grab one of them.
Yeah. With a Capri Sun.
I be killing easy Capri Suns, boy. I ain't gonna lie. I be using I call it the dad tax. Hey, look, I paid for this. That costs you at least 3 Capri Suns out this box.
So you do what Shaq do. I get it. But yeah,
and
man.
Then Izzy got to the age now, bro. She walk by the trash can. Daddy, you ate all my. Yeah, I ate all your granola balls, baby. I'm sorry.
And when she say, "All right, well, let's go to the store and get some more."
Yeah,
get it.
I got to, bro. Right, in this house with all these girls, bro.
But yeah, Zig. I don't know, bro.
It's just silly stuff that be happening, bro. Just what do you want to eat?
I don't know. I mean, Jono, come on now, bro. I can really see you when your bundle of joy comes soon, and I'm praying for a healthy delivery as well, bro. You're gonna probably do the same thing, because I know you. You're gonna probably get all these snacks, and you're gonna be eating the fuck out of
I'm telling you, it's gonna happen, John. They're gonna go to the store, and this is gonna be the Cheez-Its. This is the baby's Cheez-Its. And then it's gonna come 9:30, 10 o'clock. You're gonna be getting the munchies.
Right. Especially them late nights.
They're gonna see that Cheez-It box in the trash can, and it's gonna be smoke in the city. I'm letting you know right now, bro.
Learn from my mistakes. What's them favorite hot chips? Right. What's them favorite hot chips they do? Them Takis?
Oh nah, bro.
I can't stand that shit, bro.
Boy,
I don't.
That is high blood pressure in a bag.
They don't care. They love them.
Bro, when they go in and get one, their fingers be red from all the dust from the chips and stuff.
Jono, you do know that me and Ziggy know you. All right, so let's just
say
that
we don't lie. I ain't gonna lie to you, Kimmy.
Hold up, watch this, Zig. Watch how I catch Jono in his lie. He said, "You know I'm not that selfish." Let some Krispy Kreme donuts or some cinnamon buns come in that house.
And
that's for the baby. We gonna.
You know what they're gonna do too?
See how
you know what they're gonna do too, Jono? This is for me and the baby, and then you can be like, "What my?" Right. Oh, you was at work. My bad. I thought you was busy. But like, well, damn,
Right.
chop liver.
You know, Jono like his little Cinnabons
Nah, this for the
and shit,
baby.
so I know damn well.
I'm telling you, bro.
Nah,
I'm
this for the
giving.
baby. Don't
Hey,
eat
look, y'all mark this down. We at 55 minutes and 58 seconds of the podcast. Y'all clip this, Jono. I'm warning you right now. Do not eat them kids' snacks. You will get. I'm telling you, bro. Don't do it.
Crazy.
You gonna see them famous Amos in that little, the box of them famous Amos, bro. I'm telling you, don't eat them. You better leave them alone, bro.
Now you kind of throwing them cookie words like them kids don't know what that is, man. Oreos and Chip Ahoys. They don't know what famous Amos is. Come on, bro.
Don't eat them, bro.
Stop it.
Leave them alone.
They
You
don't know what that is.
better go to the store and get your own, bro. Don't eat them.
Facts. But
yeah.
Final thoughts. I would say this, bro. And it's simple. This ain't no complex final thoughts. Get into a relationship with somebody. Take the time out. Don't rush it. You know, if you're not ready to be committed to somebody, you're not ready to sacrifice, you're not ready to change your ways to make somebody happy and vice versa, just take the step back. Be single until you realize that you are ready to step up to the plate and be that person. You know, it's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you're just not ready for that role. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't waste nobody's time, though. Don't underappreciate the things that they do for you and sacrifice for you. You know what I'm saying? Because once that shit is gone, you're really going to look at that as, oh, I underappreciated and you missed out on a blessing. Now, that blessing is somebody else's blessing. And now, look, boy, you got me on the roll now, Zig. I had to catch myself. Don't underappreciate that blessing, because once that blessing is gone, that's going to become somebody else's blessing while you learning a lesson. So be very careful. Be very careful of what you're doing. Like, and I'm not saying you got to accommodate every goddamn need. We don't live in no perfect society like that. But, you know, for the people that's out there in real relationships that actually knows that you go through arguments, you go through disagreements, you want that type of stuff. You don't look for it, but it's going to happen. But that what builds the character of the relationship, the strength of the relationship. That only makes y'all come closer, because as much as you can learn about somebody through the happiest times, you really find out what that person's really about. And you really understand who this person truly is when you got these type of disagreements, these uncomfortable conversations, these moments where you have to really speak out and let your feelings out and really express like how you feel about whatever situation it may be.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So don't miss out on your blessing and then become a lesson. Don't do that. Just learn to step up to the plate. Don't get into a relationship for just your own personal goal. The purpose of life is for us to meet somebody that we can spend the rest of our lives with, that we can trust, have loyalty and respect for, and build that foundation and a legacy for not only y'all relationship, but for your kids and your kids' kids, and however that may flow. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, always remember, you know, loyalty, trust, love, just those three things is very, very, very tough to find. But it's so easy to lose just like that. So if you got it, and you got it in that, you know, for all the ladies out there, that like all the women out there, if you got that in that particular man, don't lose that. Same thing for us fellas. If you got that woman out there that's showing you these just, you know, characteristics, and they showing it, not just speaking it, and they been there through thick and thin with you, don't be in a relationship just for our individual gain. Be there for each other so y'all can build that legacy, and y'all can really put y'all stamp on this world and be like, all right, yeah, that couple, I can see myself one day being like that particular couple. You can still be your own individual self, or y'all could be your own couple, but there's nothing wrong with being like, oh, that's what I that's what I want for myself when I find that person. So don't lose out on that blessing before you start learning a lesson. So just take that to the
Facts.
grave, bro. And take that with you. But that's my final takeaway, bro. You got any
Nah, I
final
can't.
takeaways
Nah,
you
that's
would
a
like
good
to?
one. I think that's a good one to end on right there, bro. That's
Yeah, man. So, other than that, bro, I think this was a dope conversation. I think it was something that was very interesting. That's why I say it has layers upon layers. You know, I think this kind of gets away from the normal 50-50 conversation,
mm-hmm.
which we already had. It was a different way to examine, just different outlooks on couples today and just even the build up to relationships. So very dope conversation. As always, Zig, I appreciate you for being a
Of course, bro.
co-host, moderator of the show. Always keeping us on track. Shout out to everybody, the 19 viewers. For people that didn't comment, always appreciate the people that's just tuned in, who watched the replay. Appreciate Jono, Kimmy,
The boy
of course,
Elf.
Ghost, Evan, and everybody who's still watching that just didn't comment. We
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. And our main objective is to be more consistent, drop more
Yep.
dope content, give y'all more conversations, and just have a great time just talking. It don't matter what it can be, man, because it might be something that we just come on the show and just vibe just to see how people lives going. And this is a platform where we're trying to build it to a point where be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
We don't judge on here. Your thoughts is your thoughts. Your opinions are your opinions. We're not here to try to persuade you to think a different way, to think like us. That's not the objective. We here to hash out a topic and to understand and also learn from other people's thoughts and opinions and meet in the middle. And yeah, you might not agree with it, but you'll walk away from the show to say, but I
Mm-hmm.
respect that person. I respect it. I understand it. I might not agree with it, but I understand it. I respect it. So, and this is a place where you can just kick your feet up and just have a conversation, man. None of this stuff is scripted.
No.
Real conversation. So we appreciate everybody who has continuously support us, who continuously be there for us and watch us on the show every Wednesday, 7:30. Other than that, Zig, got anything for the people before we head out on this Wednesday?
Nah, that's all I had. I I do have the video queued up, but if we good on that, we could just go on to the next topic for next week, or if y'all wanted to just play it for people, that's up to you.
We can replay it
All
for them
right,
next
we'll play it
week.
for them next week.
Yeah, we can replay it for them
I ain't
next
gonna lie,
week.
like some of the
But
stuff on her page,
yeah,
I'd be like, hey,
yeah,
I
right.
had to
Eye
follow.
opening,
I had to
eye
hit the
opening.
follow button. I'm like, one day I might say
Right. But
we
we'll
get
save
this
it.
platform to the right point. I might have to like, hey, what's it gonna take to have as a guest on the show or something like that? Like somebody like that would
Facts,
be.
facts,
So we're
facts.
gonna get there, bro.
Yeah, man. But other than that, man, as always, I'm S Ryder. This Ziggy the Beast. Follow our platform. Let's hash it out. And this is another Let's Hash It Out Wednesday. We didn't hash out the topic. We wish y'all nothing but the best, nothing but blessings and prayers towards you and your families. And until next Wednesday,
Yes,
peace.
sir. We'll see you on the next one. As always, same podcast time, same podcast channel. And we out, y'all.
Exactly.